therefore, he has been sacrificed, and that's my question, which I commanded in my appreciation, and tolerance that is now the movement to make yourself to God. Now, if you look at the name, it has a lot of atrocities. It was only that how did he do it? One, how did he do it? They are going to wrong. I was going to say the signs. One for authoritative. For permissive or uninvolved at all. You see, he was uninvolved. He was just hearing what people were saying. Before people could say what is, they were living under his rule. They will have sinned. And how did they grow up to that? When they were growing up, what kind of style did they do? We from where we came from, thanks to you know what I mean. But let's see, as I said, when you find yourself, how you can do more money there. The simple things and spend your own for the time. Like it's not about when you use weapon, because anything you use to anyone is a weapon. Yeah? But it's not all about weapon. There are ways how ash are works of how we present that. Is it when the child will be able to assimilate that and proceed? Or is it when they cannot or you have said it and you want to change almost immediately? There's something about werewolves. When you say it, it's registered in subconsciousness. Maybe we don't see. I can use my example when I was very short. I'm not talking about it. But when I was a young, the werewolves were coming. When I was going to misbehave completely, I will remember when my dad was talking. I would do it. But they didn't know that it was registering what we were saying. Introduction. The parent is a person who is responsible for the care, upbringing, and well-being of the child. He or she can be biological, legal, or custodian. Some parents are firm, while others are indulgent. Some are attentive, while others are absent-minded. As a Christian parent, raising your children to please God and dream in life is a big responsibility. Understanding various parenting styles through the degree of responsiveness, it is the extent to which parents are warm and sensitive to their children and demandingness, the extent of control parents wish their children is crucial. Now, this one says crucial, but I would say it's very crucial. Let's use the word very. Now, in the introduction, it's very easy. Some they say they are family. Some they don't want to get children. They don't want to say the word the way it is. Remember, when they grow, before they know God, they know you. And whatever you do, seriously, they might get their own whatever someone see my dad does it. My mom is always on this. Even if they don't say it in their presentation, you will see, you will read it this must be their own. Because they are so comfortable with that kind of behavior. And they won't say anything bad because nobody has ever warned them. Or nobody has ever complained or said something about it because you don't want to fail the child. It is the outside that they will now refer them to. Now we have permissive and uninvolved. The second one, authoritarian and authoritative. If you look at the permissive and uninvolved, this is very important, really, and I would like every one of us to listen. Don't be quiet, you have something to say, but quickly so that you can come. It's very important. We are training our children here. Where we came from, we know our own lifestyle, the way of trading. If you do something, nobody is going to pamper you. The result is there. God bless my mom. She will not, before she will say something, you have received it here. So you know that the fear of not receiving it means or something will make you to perfect what you do. At that point in time, you just want to concentrate and get it done. If not, no excuse. If you don't receive it immediately, by 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., you will visit you, and then you will know. But then, the thing is, I was like, it won't be more than that. That toughened me. That even that when I'm there, I said, well, it's not more than, is it not, it's not more than that. I know by 4 a.m., it's not more than 5 a.m., you will know it. Then I will wear about 5, 6 clothes when I want to sleep. Once I know she will call me, and she will beg me not listening to why something went wrong. She wouldn't listen. She doesn't want to know. But this was not right, and you must repeat this. No. Because see, she was so firm, she will flog you, she will beat you, but the reason why that thing happened, she doesn't want to. And that is not how, if you want to punish someone, let that person know that this is what you have done, and this is the cost. Therefore, that's what it is. But that's I always you must be able to do this thing because I've taught you several times. It doesn't want to know why something you have been doing that thing, perfectly. But one day something went wrong, you must correct. And you know. Permissive and involved. Thank God she did that anyway. But I'm going to know. The permissive parents are high in responsiveness, love, but low in demandingness and discipline. They show love. Oh, they say it's their time. And let's just go. With time. What you do in check today, not with time. Time. When you say with time, when it passes, that is it. Because that person will feel that is right because of what you have complained. If they don't complain, then that shows is right. And when they do it, yes. And when they now do it, and someone is like, you know when it is now.
Praise the Lord. Let me say in my time, in my time, there's what we call a community training for children. Like if you do anything on your way and somebody's elder sees you, they would have beaten you. They will tell you when I get up, people will tell your mom. You'll be even begging that person, don't tell my mom or my dad. And by the time they get to where your parents are, they tell your parents, you see your parents thanking them that thank you, and they will still beat you. I know these days it's not allowed, it's not as if. So now you are we as children of God, as a maybe parents, and you see a child misbehaving, you can't talk. How do we handle that? I will direct this question to Pastor Mrs. Because she's a teacher. Yes, ma'am. Please, ma'am. She's a teacher at the corner. Yes. So how do you see somebody, a child going wrong, and you are just like, all you could do, you know what you have said, what you have done, not beating the child, but you know you have corrected, but you can't do that. So how do you handle yourself not to feel guilty? And I don't know how to, I want to ask a question, but I don't know how to put my question. I don't know if you understand me, but please, ma'am. I know you're a teacher.
I mean, professionally, there's where we correct in schools. If they're doing what they should be doing, we correct them. You just learn to control yourself and learn not to take things personally. That's all I can say. Yeah, you do your job.
Aside school.
Aside school.
Yeah, outside school.
I don't know. If it's within church, I don't see why we can't tell a child what they're doing is wrong. But if there are situations that arise that you can't do that, which would be really sad, that we can't do that, then we're doing ourselves a disservice. Me, I don't know any child that I will see that is doing something wrong in church that I will not say to them, this thing you're doing is wrong.
It's like I said, our own this thing is different from. Also, we're trying to balance it. Yeah. In as much as we know some things are bad, like I said, when a child is growing up, someone is mentoring that child from age 0 to 10. They form the habit, they build on it afterward. So how you want to behave, how they want to behave, and all these things, they draw all that from the parent mostly, and they grow up. When we tend to misbehave, you can see this little girl running around. She's just catching her phone. She doesn't know anything. But there's some things you know. Or you just take style. You don't do this. They are growing. She's running. She might be running. She will be joking and be running and all that. But when you are correcting gradually, they are absorbing that gradually. But when you now say, oh, yeah.
Sorry, sir, I asked the question now. Should I feel guilty for not being able to do what I'm supposed to? Like, you know, she said, it's just
Pray. Just pray.
Okay. And there was a TikTok thing I watched. There was this boy that was misbehaving to the mother in the train. And he was scolding the mother. And there was a military man. Are you seeing it there? There was a military man. I think I'm sure other people could not stand it. The man could not contain himself. He just turned to the boy and said, scolding the boy. I said, that's your mother. What kind of nonsense is that? What's wrong with you? And he told him off, did everything, told him to apologize, and insisted that I will punch you. I think whether he beat him, I didn't even know. Until the point came down, apologized, and everybody was satisfied. The moral there is that we should not keep silent when things are going wrong around us. Let me give you a life example. There's this pastor, when I was on a pastor, there is this pastor that was on a pastor that was under me as area pastor. It was the woman he married was in the same church with her, and how did it come to mind that woman? When he was in the church, there was this woman that was always talking to him, as young people, who was always booking and counseling him, not knowing eventually that he will come and marry the woman's daughter. So if you keep silent, it might come back to you. That's the moral of that, what I'm trying to say. If you keep silent when things are going wrong, and that's why they say we should go about and preach. Don't keep silent. It might be expensive sometimes, but don't keep silent so that at least
there are instances if the young person is not known to you, you hold your peace. Because in this country, these young people are carrying knives and guns around. You don't want to put yourself.
No, I agree.
So yeah, so if you're on the bus and there is misbehaving, you better mind unless the Holy Spirit tells you to say something. Because those you see them ahead. But inside their trousers, they're carrying knives.
No, I've seen them in the bus. So I've entered the bus with them and they have been misbehaving. But the moral is, as much as possible, we should not keep silent, even though the system wants to keep us silent. And that's because that is why things are getting worse and worse.
Praise the Lord. And one lesson I told my mom the first time she was coming. When she came back, I said, please, mom, when you get here, if you see anyone, please, if someone is on the floor, don't just go and start the one people off. When someone is, because I know, typical, she wants to do it here. Don't put me in trouble. Like you said, if you see them, if you can talk, if you cannot just go and pray, you cannot change that person immediately. If they can, the verse we read was somewhere. The children were misbehaving, jihad, but they were misbehaving, they all bringing what happened outside they could see. They were changing them. The father was talking about 2 minutes. What am I trying to say is when you see any presentation outside, we always look at where they are from. We tend to get moved or whatever when you see a child and it's happening. You're like, oh my God. Our profession, we see it all. And really, when you see it, oh, it's your profession, you see your stuff as normal as it touches you broken. What can you do? Yeah, I'm telling you. Praise the Lord. Yeah, the topic is saying parenting styles. So I believe the topic we are dealing with is telling us how to raise our children, not how to raise the children outside. How to train our children. And to add to it, I'm a parent in this church. You see my daughter or any of my children misbehaving outside, there are approaches to it. You come to their level, it's not even, despite the fact that you know them as my children, you don't have the authority in this land to accuse them of anything, or to chastise, or to wrongly do anything. But there are approaches to it. You come to their level, you talk to them in love, not in condemning them. The land we are dwelling at the moment is quite different from where we came from. We have to, even me as parents, I must know how to apply my wisdom in dealing with them. Otherwise, they will tell you, don't come to this house. They will give you, they will tell you 5 kilometers, you mustn't come near this house. So we need to apply wisdom in everything. We might lose him if the approach is wrong. Here they have been taught how, they have that confidence. They know right from the nursery school. You see their teacher rolling on the floor, they can talk to the head teacher. That thing is there. So our own, we dare not look up and look at the elderly person talking to you. We dare not, look up. The next thing is to bring it down. That's our own style. But not like that here. But at the same time, it's not that we cannot. We say it. I have ways of talking. I don't talk too much. They're here. I don't talk too much. Or I just look and I walk away. The message is clear. The message is clear. Now let's run through this quickly. The permissive parents and permissive and uninvolved. Let's see how one is not involved and it plays out in the life of the child. Now they communicate openly and usually let their children decide for themselves rather than giving direction. We give direction. Sit down, let's talk. Can you come together unless they agree or something? Can we have a chat? Sit down. What do you want to do? Why do you want to do it? It's not saying, oh, I feel this is, what about this? Go and think about this. We let them know the reason why this is better than the options they have. But if we don't let them speak out their options, they will keep it. This is what you want, yeah? That's all right. They will eventually not will not do what you feel is right. That's a position. But if a parent does not give directive, it is very wrong. Now, rules and expectations are either not set or rarely enforced. This is not acceptable. We all know in our house, even in my house, I don't know about it, no painting of hair, no painting of this, no trouser hair, nothing, decency, everything. That one is something. So you have not seen anybody coming to my house dressing that way. I've never gone to any function, seen them that way. Wherever we go, where you are growing up, they have been, modeled. If it's not tomorrow, it's not possible. That one is there. But if you don't make it there, can't do anything. So they give in to their children's demands to keep their children happy and avoid conflicts, even at their own expense. This type of parents hardly rebuke or offer guidance to their children. The development of delinquent behaviors and inability to make right decisions by some children are trails common under permissive parenting. However, it has the potential to unduly increase self-esteem and creativity in children negatively. I could remember when I was still working in Little there was this truck driver, elderly one. This one always needs the shoes polish